Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Amber Patience, and I'm here to have my morning coffee with you. I got my bonnet on because I straightened my hair the other day, but I didn't like how it straightened, so then I washed it, but then I went to sleep. So the shape of my bonnet is pretty much the shape of my hair. Um, I'm gonna eat my coffee together. Please put in the chat where you are, how your week is going, any words of encouragement, any scriptures, anything like that. It's kind of like my vibe. Jashawn B00702 sent a rose on TikTok. Thank you so much. For those of you who don't know, I am currently streaming on 6 platforms. I am on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Instagram. So I'll make sure my Instagram comments are up so I can see everybody. I'm gonna put this milk away. I just poured my son some cereal. Sorry for the noise because I just did dishes and started the dishwasher. My kettle is going. And let me make sure I can see everyone's comments. Cool, cool, cool. Please say hello, say good morning, tell me where you are in the world. Let's go. Make sure my mic is good. Cool, cool, cool. If you stop hearing me at any point, especially on those platforms that I'm using, StreamYard, where I'm multi-streaming. Someone just flagged me for no reason on TikTok. I'm on my phone for TikTok. Jayshawn Blue702 gave me 6 roses. I think I said B00702, so I'm not sure how you like to pronounce your username. That's a total of 7 roses. Thank you, thank you, thank you. East Coast. Okay, that's what's up. My family is from New York. It is currently 8:12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Washington State, where I am a realtor. If you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell real estate, feel free to reach out to me. I have really big eyes, so my webcam is here, so I'm looking there, but then my phone is here for TikTok. So I'm like looking, I'm trying to bring it as close as possible, and then my laptop is down here, and that's where I'm looking at comments and things like that. Jay Colvin on Instagram said St. Louis. What up, St. Louis? Thank you for the engagement. Tell me how the weather is. Jay Colvin also said hi earlier. My apologies for missing that. Destiny's Child _1 said follow me, boo. I follow people that I feel drawn to follow. So if I see that you're like gifting or like sending funny memes or we just kind of like vibe, then I follow. Otherwise, I try to be intentional about my following. I used to just follow everybody and like cross my fingers that they follow me back. Now I have over 100,000 followers on all platforms combined. So I try to pay attention. So I like try to like see if anyone else has unfollowed me. You know, and I try to go through, and then I do try to make room for people that I'm having connections with. Koi J38 sorry, J3G8C did a kiss emoji and said hi. Hi to you. I'll skip the kiss emoji, but I appreciate the love. And that was on Instagram, which you all should be able to see on the screen. Jay Colvin said, you have a good day to you as well. Thank you. I appreciate you. On the other platforms, I am on landscape, and then on Instagram and Twitch, I am on portrait. So, for example, Instagram can see my hands right now, right? And then TikTok can still see my hands. And then I'd have to like Michael Jordan wingspan for you all not to see my hands on the other, just so you can see the camera availability. Um, Kettle's going. I have my creamer out. I'm gonna rinse out my French press. Kebby Kev joined. Thank you for being here. Sandbox T joined. Thank you for being here. Javon sent another rose. I appreciate you. I'm so grateful. Kebby Kev is liking it the live. We're at 170, 94 likes, 194 likes. Terrence said hi. Hi to you, Terrence. Sandbox T sent a heart me. Thank you so much for the heart me on TikTok. I'm so grateful. Feel free to bounce around the internet. Kevin Kev sent a popsicle. Thank you so much. Sandbox T sent a go popular. Thank you so much. Just Sean said it one more time. Okay, sounds good. I'll wait for a second before I rinse this out. I try to remember to rinse out my French press, and every now and then I'll like pour after my first cup of coffee, but then I forget. McGoupon like the life. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm grateful for your presence. I am on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, Facebook. I already said Facebook, and TikTok. AI Summary says, the host is making coffee while chatting about her work day as a realtor. Miss McGoupon sent a heart me. Thank you so much on TikTok. McGoupon said, hey. Kevy Kev sent a heart me. Thank you so much. You're all blessing me with beautiful gifts this morning. Scotty B. joined. Thank you for being here. It's nice to have a good amount of good people at the same time going, hey, you get $1, you get it. You get a gift, you get a like. Ferguson, Vergosoli, sorry, Joy, thank you for being here, Terrence. Sometimes it like disappears, like it'll like someone joined and then it goes away. Let's see. Fergusology, that's how you say it? Fergusology, yeah. So good morning to you. The Nail Assassin 8578 on YouTube said you're pretty. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm currently streaming on 6 different platforms. I'm grateful for your presence. I am still here. I know the audio probably isn't the grandest because I have the dishwasher going and now the kettle going and my son in the background. But the show will go on. So how is everybody? Does anyone have any questions for me? Any random topics for the communication in the morning? Remember, being social on social media is so important. It's literally the point of the thing, right? So like yesterday we were talking about cheating and relationships and traveling and dreams. So whatever y'all got, let's talk. A big reason for me to do my lives in the morning is that people take my pictures and videos and post it on their page as if they are me. They change the name sometimes. Obviously, they change the intention. So this is like my gift to my audience to go, hey, I'm a real person. I'm weird and awkward. And I love you. Like I literally do. Like I want you the best for you. And I'm grateful for your presence. So this is like, I'm having coffee with a friend. And if only one person's on, that's fantastic. If there's 100 people on, that's also fantastic. The bigger my reach and my audience, the more opportunities I'll have. But I want to be able to give that back to you. So remember, the first of the month, I do a $50 giveaway. So just keep an eye out for that post. Make sure your notifications are on. Something I can give back. And then as I do grow here and make more money on social media, then I will try to give that back to the people who support me. Scroll. The Groupon is loving the live. Like. I'm so grateful at 1.9 thousand likes. Kevy Kev, thank you so much for the gifts. McGoupon, thank you for the gifts. Jashawn, thank you for the gifts. Sandbox T, thank you for the gifts. I really am appreciative of the foundation that you all are building for me. Okay, so I'm waiting for that. Even though I love her so, and she's loving me, but she's still the. Why is this song always in my head? So, coffee. Yeah, I was washing dishes, listening to my coaching call. I have another one at 9, so we'll see if I get off in time. But I'm here for you people. What's up? Kung Fu Kenny, follow Life Creator on TikTok. Thank you so much. Blessings and abundance to you all. I should maybe have like a topic generator. I can literally talk all day, but like a normal conversation, I don't want to just talking about stuff I want to talk about. I want y'all to bring it up, and then I can like go off of you. It's like a conversation. I need some brave souls out there. Isn't social media about being social? So a little about me, if you didn't know, I am a realtor in Washington State. Again, it's 8:20 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I am a mom. I am a wife. I am a daughter. I am a Washingtonian. My mom and dad are from New York, so I spent my summers over in on the East Coast. So pouring this hot water into the coffee to let it sit for a little bit. So quiet. I guess maybe I'll have a short stream today. I've only been on for 10 minutes. I appreciate all the gifts on TikTok. But talk to me. What should I talk about? I guess I can look up an outline. I just Googled it and it's like Q&A. I know that. That's what we're doing. I'm asking questions, but no one's asking. I'm asking for questions, no one's doing that. Let's see. All right, fine. I'll ask y'all questions. Okay. So, where are you in the world? Drop your location. I got in St. Louis earlier. Don't rush that. I'm trying to push the coffee down already. Where are you in the world? Kevin kept like the live. Thank you. King Burn 90 said talk about sex and marriage. It's really funny. I have a podcast called Love, Sex, and Marriage, so we could talk about that. I feel like being in a relationship, a romantic relationship, is such a beautiful, layered thing. But I think that the only difference, no disrespect to other people's relationships, the only difference in marriage is that, so like say if you have a friend, right, and you all are friendly, but then say your friend and you are roommates, so now you live together, and then just you and your friend decide to like raise kids together, right? So like there's layers to marriage, and the only real thing that changes in that is the commitment of forever, and then the intimate marriage bed, right? So I mean, I think it's so important that people, like when they're going through like sexless marriages or droughts or incompatibilities, it's like low key, like that means your marriage isn't working, because that's the only real thing. Like you have this lifelong commitment of between sickness and in health, but then the only difference between you and all of your other relationships is that you're sleeping with this person, right? Which is why infidelity is so yucky and defiling the marriage bed and things like that, because that's literally that's the bedrock of what marriage is, right? Being completely and totally vulnerable, physically and sexually, right? And then ideally, not always ideally, but like ideally in a monogamous situation where there is a responsibility to take care of this person that is giving the vulnerability and vice versa. Jay sent a heart me. Thank you so much. Jay said good morning. Good morning to you. Jay sent 12 roses. Look at my bouquet, y'all. It's all on TikTok. I am streaming on 6 different platforms. So King Burn 90 had mentioned talking about sex and marriage, and so I was just basically articulating I do have a podcast that I started. Have I finished it? No. Is this what that is kind of turning into? Is my morning conversation, and then I'll do a late night conversation, and then I'll redo / continue that journey of my podcast. It was pretty much a monologue, and that's why I wasn't really sure how I wanted to go with it, but I really didn't find anyone that was like on the same page with me so that we can have a dialogue about the conversation. I am kind of a unique story. I met my husband when I was 15 years old, and we've known each other for 23 years. We have 5 children. We're on our 15th year of marriage, and I've always just kind of been like stalker mentality and like locked in. So regardless if he was cheating or leaving or whatever, I just kind of like hyper focused on him. And that doesn't mean that I didn't have like a random side quest when I was alone and by myself. The journey has been a long journey. Marriage is very long. But that being said, I think that that's kind of like the glue that holds marriage together, right? Because here's my thing. I'm sure that when I get to the ripe old age of 90, right, I might not be in the same mood that I am currently in, where I can have sex every day, right? So when I'm old, like, but to be able to take a shower with my husband, or to cuddle with my husband, or to be playful sexually with my husband, even in my 90s, is something that is important, and it is a part of humanity, that I'm not doing with my friend. I'm not doing with my, So I think it is the glue that kind of holds it together. Let's see. But I think that a lot of grace has to be given to marriages, because they are your roommate, they are your co-parent, they are your financial partner, they are your, they're your friend, they're your so many things. So not to get really focused on that. My content is more like so people can be. I have 5 kids, and 3 of my kids are over the age of 13. So like I know that they have social media, so I try not to like harp on details too much. But I do want to figure out a way to do an adult podcast to have adult conversations about relationships. So I touch on it a little bit, but I also try to be very aware of what I put into the world. Let's see. Looking for comments. Jay said, "How are you, love? I'm blessed. Thank you for asking." Someone on Instagram was just asking about sex in marriage, and I was just giving my little ramble, which is good. I like when people ask me questions, so feel free to ask me questions. Jay, thank you so much for all those roses and that love. Luke Faye joined. Thank you for being here. Neptune96 joined on TikTok. Thank you for being here. I am streaming live on 6 platforms right now. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Instagram, and TikTok. TikTokers can't see the banner like you all can because I'm on my phone. For everyone else, I'm streaming through something called StreamYard. I do have the referral code on the screen. For those of you who don't know, I am a silly lady on the internet, but you can like tag me in anything you want. You can send me reels. It's like you have a friend. Like someone's like, "Oh, just post you and your bestie for a giveaway," and you're like, "I don't have a bestie." You could tag me. I'm here. I'm here to be social on social media. People tend to steal my videos and my pictures, so I just go live because you can't really AI live. And people are fond of me for different reasons. They like that I don't really wear makeup, but I wear makeup sometimes, and they don't like that I don't have fake lashes. But like right now, I don't, but sometimes I do. Or that my nails are natural. They look chopped right now. Chat, look how bad my nails are. I ripped off like fake nails, and that's why they were bad. But sometimes I wear fake nails. And then people are like, "Oh my God, I love that you don't wear weave and wigs." I'm like, I do, just not all the time. Dee said, good morning, friend. How are you doing this morning? I am blessed. How are you? Katara Phillips said, "Good morning, gorgeous. How are you?" I am blessed. Thank you for asking. How are you? So we're going to get some creamer in this coffee. He just yelled 6'7". I'm using the bottom end of this measuring spoon because I don't want to go get a spoon. Silly Billy Girl said, "Oh, you look so cool." Thank you. Thank you, Silly Billy Girl. I'm currently streaming on 6 platforms. Feel free to ask questions. Tell me where you are in the world. Ask questions about whatever, statements, opinions. I'm just making sure. So my laptop is down here, so I'm looking at the comments there. I have my phone here on TikTok looking at those comments, and then my webcam is here. I have big eyes, so I try to tell y'all where I'm looking. Putting sugar in my coffee because I would like to enjoy my morning. I'm a boss _38 did a LOL and said, "Aha." Aha. Coffee in the morning. My mom brought me beef patties and roti on Sunday, and I'm like trying to get through all of it without gaining a gajillion pounds. But I don't want to waste it either. So the kids have been eating it, which is good. But I'm going to heat up another roti skin. She spoils me. And it's so funny because my mom and I used to be like the same weight, and then she did all these beautiful, wonderful things for her to lose her weight. And now she's so skinny. She's still gorgeous. I'm very shaky. But I was like, she's like, oh, it's so cold. I'm like, you don't have your hibernation layer on anymore. She's like, she sent me so much food. I'm like, I can't eat all this. And then I was like, I can, and I will. Raha Lewis joined. Thank you for being here. Katara Phillips said you were so beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you. Dee said, I am good, friend. Thank you. I'm glad you're good. So I would like this platform to grow to 100 people on my live every morning. Not because I am vain, but because if we do figure out how to do that, I think I can get some brand opportunities, and then I can be able to pay that forward. So that's like helping people with rent, helping people with bills, just giving someone a gift for self-love, right? Also, if you have a business, if you have a book, if you have a product that you're looking to sell. I don't know if that's hot enough. Let's see. Then I would be able to go, oh, you're day one. Yeah, let's have a conversation. So if you know anyone that is starting, as you start seeing my growth, if you know anyone that wants to be interviewed or featured or any of those things, basically just send me a proposal like, hey, Amber, for free, can you bring me on your podcast or your talk show, right? Because I want to do X, Y, and Z. I'll vet it, and then we can move forward, right? Or you can go, hey, Amber, I would love to give a love donation of blah, blah, blah for you and your, family and you and your viewers. And this is what I want to do. That's what I'm asking for a proposal. So your proposal could be, hey, Amber, I have no money, and I just want to get on your, channel for this reason. It vibes with me. It vibes with me. So, for those of you who don't know, again, I am a realtor. So a big part of my social media is just reminding people I'm a realtor. That is how I make my bread and butter. My husband has his own business, so we do well there. But now I make money on social media. A couple dollars. Nothing huge right now, but it could be zero. So I try to make sure to give some of that back to the community. Key Stu is liking up the live on TikTok. Thank you so much. We're at 2.5 thousand likes. I've only been on for 23 minutes. My goal, especially with streaming, is to stay on for an hour. I do have a coaching call. I'm bringing the video right back. Give me a moment. Still haven't figured out why it does a little glitch, but I just have to pay attention to it. So here we are. So we had a little interruption on the stream. It blocks up my mic and my for some reason. And then I have to reset. Oh, I made that too hot. I was like, oh, it's not going to be hot enough. I didn't do that on live. I have a thumbs up from, let's see, who gave me a thumbs up? Oscar Coleman on Facebook. I appreciate you. If you all are on the other platforms, feel free to give me a thumbs up. TikTok. Yes, ma'am. If you want some. No. Ellis said, good morning. How are you feeling? I'm blessed. Ellis, thank you for asking, and thank you for all the likes. How are you? If you all are on the other platforms, Feel free to like up the live, ask questions, add comments. Came to Mecca. Is there a thumbs up emoji? Thank you. Ella said, I'm blessed, can't complain. Amen. I started singing this gospel song yesterday. And I'm not going to be able to sing it. Remember, I'm a realtor, not a singer. But I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. But my good days outweigh my bad days. So I won't complain. 'Cause God's been so good to me. He's been good to me. I don't remember the words. My mom used to sing it. My mommy was in the choir. I love my mommy. Ellison sang. FANJ sang. That's on TikTok. You get more grace when you sing gospel, right? Ain't nobody critiquing you. Like, look at her singing to God. Won't he do it? Try to sing Alicia Keys at the Apollo, get booed off the stage. My cousin actually was at the Apollo Theater, and she got second place to a girl who basically did an Alicia Keys impersonation, and she went on originality. And so my cousin was so heated. I guess the girl had the same braids and everything. I'm looking at all of the different things I'm currently streaming on 6 different platforms on StreamYard. So I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Instagram. I have 10 people on TikTok. I have 1 person on YouTube, no one on Facebook, no one on Twitch. I can't see how many people are on Kick, and then I have no one right now currently on Instagram. So I'm just scanning, making sure my audio is good. Shoving this roti in my face. TikTok, we're currently at 3.1 thousand likes. Feel free to ask me questions. Feel free to chime in where you are in the world. Mike Jack said, Bro's loud, ain't he? Was it your day to cook or something? No, he works throughout the day. So he's just getting his breakfast and stuff together. The dishwasher's also going. I don't have my little side mic, so I can't focus it because for some reason I can't figure out how to put this transmitter in my MacBook with the webcam so then I can either have great audio or better audio and less activity. But it's actually pretty cool because if you're on Instagram, you can see my hands like here, right? And then if you see, what do you need, baby? Here on Instagram, you can see my hands, right? And then TikTok, you can see my hands here, right? And then it goes away. And then my wider webcam for the other ones goes all over here. Let's see. Stephen Thomas says 207 says good morning. Good morning to you. I'm pretty much just waiting on questions from y'all, input from y'all. Look how flaky this roti is. Having such a good time. I ate a whole roti skin by myself. It's okay. God is good. What's a piece of advice that you've gotten that you tend to give to other people when they ask? Like, what's a good piece of advice? Stephen Thomas 207 on Instagram said, "What's for breakfast?" I just had a roti skin. My mommy brought back roti from New York on Sunday, so I don't want to waste it. But she bought so much, but it's so good. I wonder if I can. If I get this. What's a So I'll put that on the screen so you all can see. But I'm asking, what's a piece of advice you always hold on to? Henderson Franco de Oliveira. So, hoy mi amor. My love is for all. Stephen Thomas says, do you like iced coffee or regular coffee or both? I prefer warm temperature coffee. Like, not room temperature, but like a baby bottle. Like, just give me my caffeine. I will drink iced coffee, especially in the summer. Coffee. I prefer warm coffee. How about you, Stefan? Is it Stefan or Stefan? Or is it Steven? Because my dad's name is Steven with a V. And then there's like Steve Curry Steph Curry. So I know sometimes people pronounce it different ways or prefer it different ways. Be funny, join on TikTok. I am currently streaming on 6 platforms. Feel free to bounce around the internet. PJ joined. Thank you for being here. Big Rap RJ joined. Thank you for being here. So this live started off with a bunch of likes and gifts, and I'm so grateful. For anyone who's, I don't know, thinking about content creation on TikTok, I got 12 roses from somebody. I think I got another 7 roses and heart minis and a bunch of stuff. That all that you saw, if you were on my TikTok, all translated to 18 cents so far. So that's how much I'm making. If I get off TikTok right now, I made 18 cents. If I stay on for 48 hours, I'm sure I can accumulate more. But usually it's 0 cents or 1 to 5 cents, 18 cents, 20 cents. I think the most I've ever made on live within the hour is $5 because it's a different algorithm. If I have enough people on, then I'll make money. And then I really don't understand the algorithm with Facebook. I just post, and most of the time I make $0, right? But then I'll post a picture and I'll make $5, or I'll post a specific reel and I'll make $15. So I don't really know besides just showing. PJ said hi. Hi, PJ. Yeah, this is a time that I give to you all so that you all know that I'm a real person. I saw a funny reel, and they were a voice actor or something, and they were told that they wanted to have them say the same phrase over and over again with different tones and moods for AI, and they were like, no, because they're gonna take away jobs for other people in the future. And so then it was the comparison to what we do on social medias. We're just pumping a lot of content out and conversation. What if AI is just an AR? what if AI is just sucking all that information up to create personalities, right? And then it's not really generative at that point. It's more like still mimicking, right? But it's still convincing enough to take the humans out of the equation. Um, Jake Basak, Jakub Basak said, "Hey, fixing the camera. Hold on." Jack Busak said, "Hey, bro, stream. I had some suggestions I want to share with you, but I don't want to spam your chat. Let's chat on Discord, ATLex009. I will try to look back at that. I'm still not familiar nor fluent with Kick nor Twitch, so feel free to find me on any of my platforms and DM me. I get really frustrated because the camera cuts out and then I have to like reset. So I'm still working on that part. So if you have a suggestion, if anyone has a suggestion about that, I'm here to listen. But I want to invite you onto my live. I want to invite your friends and family, whoever has like a platform that they want to promote. I do want to grow this to like 100 people. I have 6 different platforms right now. So if it was like 15, 20 deep, that'd be like a huge deal. So I'm going to continue working on that. Do I want a script? Kind of and not kind of. Like if I have a script, I feel like I'll try to hold on to it too much. And I really want the conversation to flow. I do have an idea. So my husband and I went to get sushi at Trappers, and they're watching like the sports. And so you know how they have like the list of topics, and then there's a timer. Like this is how long we're going to talk about this, and this is how long we're going to talk about this. And I'm like, I have to figure out how to make that visual here because I think I might want to do something like that because somebody might want to stay because they're like, oh, I really want to hear what she has to say about this. But yeah. Thank you for my Kick comment. I've only really had bots so far on Kick and Twitch that comment, so I'm grateful for a comment. Lindrell said, "Hey, good morning, beautiful. Good morning to you." I was still swallowing coffee as I was trying to read that. I am currently streaming on 6 different platforms. I am on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Kick, and TikTok. David Silva said, "Hi, good afternoon, Ambi. Good morning and good afternoon to you. It is currently 8:48 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Washington State, where I am a realtor. If you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell real estate, feel free to reach out to me." A lot of the redundancy that you all hear is I know people are popping in and out of the live, so I will repeat myself quite often. But if you have any questions or suggestions or feedback, feel free. It is my platform, so I will do as I please. But I do want to hear what you all have to say. I have a webcam here, my phone here. So my webcam has the 5 platforms of Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Instagram through StreamYard. And then my phone is on TikTok because StreamYard does not promote TikTok. I was doing back-to-back lives on all of the platforms. Well, not Twitch and Kick. I just started doing that before, and this is like more efficient. And then I was like, oh, if I can try to stream for an hour then you all got an hour of content. Now, a lot of people are going to only chime in for like 3 seconds or 7 seconds, and that's fine. But some people will listen to my ramble, right? Or they'll put me on double speed. Mr. Twerkin said, hi, Miss Bate. Hello to you. Kumar said, hi, good evening. Good evening to you. DJ Sucker Free Babe said, hey, babe. DJ Sucker Free said, hey, babes. Hello to you. My name is Amber, but I'm often mistaken for someone named Babes. What am I doing? So I've been on live for about 40 minutes. This week feels like it's gone really fast. Mr. Twerkin said, it's always lovely seeing you. Thank you. It makes my day. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love words of encouragement and admiration, and that makes me happy. Very, very grateful. David Silva said, you know, Ambi, I'm watching right now some podcasts. It's really interesting. Feel free to share. Mr. Twerkin said, give me hope that there's a beautiful wife for me out there. Yeah, I feel like the world is really big. There's so many people on the planet, different countries. different walks of life. It could be even someone. I think it's beautiful when I look at like different love stories. It could be someone down the street, right? I think the thing that always meshes well, if I could go back and do it all over again, is for if I would have been a whole person by myself, that would have found someone to compliment me rather than like leeching onto someone and trying to have them complete me. Because as good as my intentions were, I was so dependent on their approval and their guidance and their stuff. And I kind of like fumbled and broke myself along the way. So I always feel like if you're looking for someone, the first thing is to like, okay, what am I bringing to the table? Not finances, not all that stuff, but like just like literally, am I a good person? Am I in check? Am I even available for love right now? And then I think that when people are just living their best life, joining book clubs and going on walks and you know what I mean? And like really taking care of themselves and their space, that then that person enters their world and you're like, oh, and then also toxic people into your world and you're like, oh yeah, I love myself too much to tolerate that, you know? And that's what I want for my kids. That is my goal. I told them they are children until they're 25 years old. Your brain is not even fully developed. Mommy and daddy got you throughout college. We got you. And then you'll be able to find someone to compliment you if that's even what you want in your journey. So, God willing. David Silva said, the man talk about Jesus showing to himself what hell it is. The man talk about Jesus showing to himself what the hell it is. Interesting. I was reading Anne Rice. She does the interview with the vampires for those who've seen the movie and or read the book. But there's a couple books in. It's a really descriptive, impressive way to explain creation. It's honestly, if you think about it in the fact of like, we're humans and we're told about religion from other humans, right? And we can try to articulate miracles and articulate things, but we don't really know anything except for what God shows us and what people say. So if you take out what people say, it's actually kind of an ominous presence, right? Like the sun rises and it sets. And if we stop talking so much, right, and we just kind of like listen, the world is a very mysterious but rhythmic place, right? Where there's sadness and there's fear and there's happiness and there's joy and there's insight and there's growth and then there's evil, right? There's so much stuff. If we just took out all of the words and kind of chimed it more into the observable world, religion feels a lot different. That's kind of always how I've been. And even watching the Odyssey, which was a beautiful experience, looking at how the gods didn't really say, I am this person, I am this person, I am this person. They kind of were just these beings with immense power or these beings with like a purpose, but they weren't really saying, here, do this. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that if God is omniscient and God has created all of this, then he's created all the evil. He's created the insects and the spiders and the deep darkness, right? And the balance of good and evil, and who's to say what's good or evil. And, you know, it's just a very big, broad, terrific, right? It derives from terrifying. Like it's so massive and incomprehensible, you know? So Mr. Torkin said, that's my word. That's the word. What word? What word did I say? I was rambling. You know how I do. I tend to love bomb or feel when I feel inadequate, so I definitely understand. I feel like love bombing is such an interesting term because I am a giver, right? And I want you to like know that I'm just like so in love with you, but it's not in a like manipulative, conniving way. Like I'm not going to like hold that against you. Like if I give a gift, my husband's grandmother taught me this. She didn't teach me by telling me. She taught me by showing me. If I give a gift, it's yours. It has nothing to do with me anymore. The process of giving was that for that, but whatever you do with it after that is up to you. There is no ties associated. That's not how my family works. My family works is that they'll give me something and then they'll ask about it, or they'll like, you know, like, oh, that's the dress I gave her. Oh yeah, what? Do you not have that dress anymore? And it's like this whole thing, and it's like, that's stress. I don't want stress. If it's a gift, it's a gift, right? So if I give you money, it's yours. has nothing to do with me anymore, right? And I've done that a couple times in my adult life. Like I'll hear my family like talking about money or getting frustrated with money, and I'm like, oh, here you go, and I give it to them, right? They don't ask me for money because I hate when people ask me to do anything, but they don't ask me for money. I'm like, hey, here's a gift, right? Or here's a loan. I don't actually, for being 100%, I don't give people money. I give you all money, but I don't give people money. I loan them money so that the next time they're talking about money, I go, my guy, you didn't even pay me back for the other one. That's not a me thing. That's you sharing your frustration and problems, and that's unfortunate. So that's how I work. But love bombing. I don't really think I love bomb, but I love, 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 love. And then when I don't feel like I can pour anymore, I stop pouring. I just like reflect and I go, oh, I did a lot and I didn't really get even 2 steps my way. Okay, no worries. I'll go pour my love somewhere else, or I can go pour my love a little less, or I can, you know what I mean? I can just figure out how to do that. Some people are like, oh, don't you like those shoes I got you? And like they like do all the attached things and then be like, no, because I got you. And then they like, it's a manipulation. You know what I mean? So I think being empathetic and a lover and being a narcissist, it feels very similar. But I think the difference is if you think that you might be a narcissist, you're probably not, because you care. A narcissist doesn't care. They're better than everybody else. They're always right. And they don't want to learn. Whereas an empathetic person is like, oh my God, I really cared about them, so I wanted to do that. But maybe I should stop doing so much because I have to love myself too. And like, you're not trying to harm them. You just want to stop harming yourself by trying to love too hard. And then I also like will fall short. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, I made that mistake. Let me make sure that you know that I love you. But if it's not manipulation. So yeah. Nasutu Young Foundation said, yeah, you're right, because when the right hand gives, the left hand shouldn't use. And I have these deep conversations with my mom. She's such a giver, right? But then she doesn't get back what she gives, right? And it's not because she is giving because she expects, but the problem is that you have to now observe. I made sure to stop what I was doing to do something for you, and I think like people will drain you, and it's like it's not that you don't love them anymore. It's just that you have to stop draining yourself because you can't pour from an empty cup, right? And then you get to observe. Okay, so I did, this much for that person, and they did zilch for me. Right? And that's not because you gave it to them to expect something. You just go, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to make sure to focus on birthdays and Christmas. That's when I will try to give that attention. Because and I had to deal with that when it comes to love as well. I have such a vast vessel to be able to receive God's love. And I know that it's universal. And I know that if I just let it come through me, that it's forever, right? But sometimes I pick vessels to try to fill my love into, and it's a bottomless pit. And it's not my job to fill them up to the brim. It's my job to shine regardless. And if they get some of my love or get inspired by some of my love or feel a little bit of warmth from my love, fantastic. But it's not my job to fill a broken vessel. That's God's job. I literally have so many songs in my head because it's like, welcome into this place. Welcome into this broken vessel. You desire to abide in the presence of your people. So we lift our hands and we lift our hearts and we offer up this praise unto your name. I don't remember words to anything, and I'm a realtor, not a singer. David Silva said, but people don't know what love is, the real one. But people don't know what love it is, the real one, to be honest. So I feel like God's love is the real love. And when I say that, when I became a mom, I had to realize I didn't know what love was. But I had this beautiful baby girl. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, I want you to be stronger than me and better than me and happier than me. I want you to get married and I want you to have children. And even if I'm not a part of your life, I want you to be happy. And then I had to look at my husband and go, oh, I was loving you with all kinds of conditions, right? I needed you to be my husband. I needed you to be my partner. And I need you to be, right? And I'll do all these things as long as you're right? And not to say I didn't pour love onto my husband all the time. Like my heart breaks thinking about the childhood he had, and my heart breaks thinking about when he sat. Like I want him to be happy outside of me, but there was definitely a disconnect until I became a mom, and then I had to look at my parents and go, oh, if you love me even an ounce of how much I love this child, right? Like this, like what is happening? And not that everyone gets to have that experience when it comes to parenting, because I know that's not everyone's journey, but like seeing something that's wounded, seeing a puppy, seeing something that's vulnerable, seeing another human being, seeing a sibling, and you're like, I'm going to take care of you. Like, even if I don't go on, I would like there to be something here for you to be able to like have that legacy of my love. It doesn't even have to have my name on it, you know? And that's when you know that love is real. It's unconditional love versus conditional love. Like, baby, I love you as long as you're faithful to me. I love you as long as, you know? And then that's why marriage is so long, because it's like, oh, you cheated? I'm still here. Oh, we're arguing about finances? I'm still here. We're arguing about kids? I'm still here, you know? And it's not that you don't get scars, that you don't get cracks, and you don't get fractures, but everything that I have to remember I've done it so many times to other people. I put them on pedestals, but nobody's God. Nobody's God except for God. So when I listen to my Drake music, or I listen to my rap music, or I have my low-cut shirt on, or I'm goofy dancing, or I fumble my words, or I do something incorrectly, or my camera messes up, or my audio messes up, or I'm missing a meeting right now, all of those things, I'm human, right? And I am just a reflection of the love that God has for me, and that's all I'm doing. Hey, Abdullah sent me a heart me and a rose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's the flow of life. That's the flow. Let's see. Nasutu said, Nasuti Young Foundation said, many people are materialistic, whereby they don't stay where they get. So I feel like I agree with you. Even like with my real estate coaching calls, one of the tactics is like, like, are you trying to sell your house? Or are you trying to sell it for the most amount of money? And money gives opportunity. 1,000% understand it. I would like to make money. That is the thing. But if you take out the money and the materialistic of it and look at the opportunity, for me, I could be a billionaire and still be rocking the same bonnet and the same big shirt. And someone said my cross was big yesterday. I was like, it's cute. I mean, I didn't think it was that gaudy. And like I have this Coach bracelet that I love that I got for like $100 at the outlet, my couple $1,000, wedding ring and stuff. I could chill like this if I was a millionaire. If I knew that every morning I got to like wake up and talk to good people, I'm like, you get a car and you get your rent paid, and you get this, Do I want opportunities for my kids? Like, God forbid, my son gets locked up or my daughter gets in a car accident, like things like that. Of course, I would love the finances to be able to fix problems, but not just my problems, not just my children's problems, but you know what I mean? Like, I want to have that option for everybody. Whereas people are vain because they're like, oh, I want a huge mansion for just me. I want all these cars to like destroy the ozone layer. But like, that's one of the reasons I'm such a big Drake fan. Idolizing someone, further away from me, is because he doesn't live in a house by himself. He has like a staff that he pays for. He has friends and family and community, and he builds. Whereas I'll look at other celebrities and there's very like solo, like even the Kardashians. I know that they're like, I love trashy gossip, basic stuff. That's my balance. I love God and I love, the Kardashians. But like, they are so family oriented and there's such a big reach, right? Like when it comes to like how much they love in the community that they built, even when people are speaking about the evil in the world, like, oh, this community is against this community. I'm like, yeah, but they have community. That's so unfortunate that they're harming other people, but like they have community, and I wish that for everyone. I wish everyone had, 40 deep of people that they loved that could love them and support them. Because so many people are out here alone, It's so crazy. Abdullah Sena, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Kevy Kev said you kind of favor China Ann McClain from House of Pain. I've gotten that before. I always look familiar. So people have said lots of things according to my facial expressions. So I appreciate you. She's gorgeous. David Silva, for me, the most important thing is whatever is create something truly connection with other people. Amen. Nasutu Young Foundation said, so they happen to exchange love for tangible things. But I don't feel like that's love, right? So I am showing up for you, right? And when I show up for you, I have my intention. My intention is people take my pictures and videos and they pretend to be me. So I'm standing on business and going, hey, I am me, right? Also, people like look at a selfie or they'll like, oh, I don't understand Amber. You have the opportunity to understand Amber if you want to. You're scrolling past. You don't have to be here, right? You didn't have to watch the end of this video or this recording if that's what you were watching. You don't have to do that, right? But you're choosing to, and I appreciate your presence. I can continue to say that. Kev sent a heart. Let me see. A wink, wink. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And a freestyle. 2 freestyles. I want you to know that I'm here. And I'm grateful for whatever gratitude you give back to me. And I'm letting you know that my energy and intention is to push it forward. Am I going to fill up my cup? Yes. Am I going to try to fill up my family's cup? Yes. But any overflow I have, because I want to be a follower of Christ and I want to have a reflection of Christ, is that I would want to make sure that you all, are taken care of. But then I get to the point in the expansion is that I can't be the world. Right? My arms only go so big because I am just human. I have to make sure that I'm taken care of and my family's taken care of and then my community is taken care of. And that's where I'm grasping you all as well. And then if I have even more overflow, of course, that's why I love watching videos like Mr. Beast or whatever. Is he in a big house? Yeah, but he's probably in a big house more because security, right? There's crazy people out there. There's haters out there. There's insane people out there. He has a domain that he has to take, but there are the disgustingly wealthy that are like flaunters and disrespecters. And I would much rather buy a bunch of affordable cars for families who need it rather than me get like a Maserati. You know what I mean? Kev said, you speak so purposefully. Thank you. I'm very mindful. I try to be. But very flowy. Like I said, don't let me see the Kardashians on TV. I'm like, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm getting comfy. I'm like, nah. I still want Drake and Kim Kardashian to get together. I think that would be awesome. As much as I love Drake, I also love Kim. And I'm like, that's the only thing that makes sense. They'd be such good step parents. And he could handle Ye. And Ye's a genius. And I love Ye. But it would just be so... And they're... Kim's older than me. I think she's like, I don't know, 40 something, 45-ish. And then Drake's my age. I'm like, but they're like so close. And it would just be so good. But I love love. I love seeing people love on each other. I love the intention when people go, oh, you're beautiful. I'm like, thank you. Art is beautiful. You go to a gallery and you love, but then people are like, oh, I want you. And I'm like, you don't steal the Mona Lisa. You go look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? But then also, for example, you go to the Mona Lisa and you pay your admission and you do whatever you're doing. Then those funds should go back to feed, the families of the impoverished from history that, were taken over by that country. Like, I feel like you're just supposed to just continue flowing it. And it's just always so good. I love going to Cheesecake Factory, right? But how do I spend all of my dollars on franchises when I need to go to small businesses? So I make sure to always go to small businesses. I promote them on my page. I show up. I buy products. I can't buy everyone's products. I can't buy everybody out. But I can try to be as beautiful and lovely as I possibly can be on the days of my sunshine. Abdullah said, how are you today? I'm very blessed. Thank you for asking. Jay, liked the live. Thank you so much for the likes. Let's see. David Silva said, yeah, some people don't respect yes. Yeah, so a lot of people will see what they can take from you and they have no intention of giving. Or it's like a gamble. Like you go to the casino. You don't love the casino. You don't love the casino. Sorry, my cameras. I'm making sure I hit it. You don't love the casino. You want the casino to pay you. But you also have to remember, and that's why I like gambling. Because, I have a budget of having fun. If this was Candy Crush or Tetris or whatever, I would spend money to have fun. This is how much money I'll spend, right? Is there a chance I can win $1,000 or $2,000 or $100 extra or whatever? Yes, that's the thrill of it, right? But the casino doesn't owe me anything, right? I'm just going to do because I want to. And if I get a payback, what a rush, right? But the casino doesn't love me, right? But I will say I put a bunch of money in and I keep losing. I'm like, maybe y'all are tricking me. I need to leave. I need to get out of here. You done spent my budget. I thought we were having a good time, casino. Abdullah said that you love Rose. I appreciate the gifts. I do. 5,000 likes on TikTok. I'm way past my meeting time, so I'm going to get in trouble anyway. I did hit an hour, so that's good. Roderick said, guess not. What do you mean? Did you ask me a question, Roderick, and I missed it? Let me look. I don't see a question. Feel free to explain. Let's see. Nasatu Young Foundation said, it's my first time to be here. I really enjoyed and learned. Is there a podcast always there daily? I do this live. I'm streaming on 6 different platforms every morning. I try very hard to do it in the morning, but I have 5 kids, so sometimes the times change. So please make sure to follow me, to turn on notifications, all that stuff. Roderick, I'm still interested in what you mean. Abdullah sent a rose. Thank you so much. But yeah, so this is kind of how the conversation usually goes. Someone will ask me something like eye-opening, and then I'll ramble, and then people are like, oh, I love that. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But in the beginning, I'm like, hi, where's everybody from? What's going on? I'm Amber. I'm a realtor. David Silva said the really gift to send to each other, it's a truly smile. I do think that if you just show kindness and consideration for someone, it's a beautiful thing. I don't like that people take what God has for love and use it as manipulation, right? So even like when I see the videos of people recording other people when they're giving them money, it's like it's a 1-2 punch, right? Because they're able to give because of the recording. We're all watching this video, so they will make more money, and God willing, they will continue pushing it forward. And obviously there's like some kind of liability. I see everyone with the Ray-Ban glasses on, so I'm assuming most people are not consenting to being recorded. But there are people who obviously are doing it properly. But I'm like, I don't know, if I ever did it, the camera would be on me, not selfishly, but like, hey, I saw that you wanted help. If I get you on camera, I'll be able to help more people. Is that something you would be interested in? And then maybe give them half if they say yes, say no, and then give them all if they say yes. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Well, I've been on for an hour. I'm going to get off. I really do appreciate your time. If you have any questions or want to tag me anything, feel free. I'm going to jump off. So again, I'm on StreamYard for Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Instagram. I will try to get my life together so that I can do a live at night. It's like an after dark kind of thing. I'll try to come up with like a list of topics, but I do like the free flowingness. It's kind of like more my vibe. But maybe we can free flow on bullet points. So I'm going to get off on the stream and then TikTok you're after, okay? So bye to everybody.